Hi, my name is Ryan Schneider. I'm the Secretary of Agriculture in Germany. What we are experiencing this summer is climate change in action. According to Gerald Dome, the Deputy Chair of the German Farmers Association, he says the lack of rain in Germany will mean a wheat harvest of just 41 million tons. This would be 4.5 tons less than last year's average, sub-average harvest of 45.5 million tons. Over the past 5 years, the average harvest has yielded 47.9 tons of wheat. German farmers are extremely concerned due to the changes and effects of climate change, including those who farm livestock. He said grass and maize used to feed animals were already running low, and some unripe wheat had to be cut down in certain parts of Germany.
Yeah.
Northern and eastern Germany received considerable sunshine in spring and summer this year, which caused drought-related damages. Similarly, in the southeastern state of Baden-Württemberg, drought destroyed numerous crops, but the weather varied considerably through the country. Some farms reported droughts, while farmers merely 2 kilometers away said they were struggling with the effects of extreme rainfall due to climate change. And in April and May, they were the hottest months since weather was recorded in Germany. What does this mean for consumer prices? Well, Dome is not worried, but admits that a drop in agricultural products drives up prices. But wheat prices have little impact on the cost of bread. It changes only by a few cents. And in terms of availability, consumers shouldn't worry because international trade will balance things out. There are different kinds of harvest situations across Europe despite the hot summer. What up?
Hi, my name is Ben Cohen and I am the Prime Minister of Germany, but I would like to discuss how climate change is not only affecting us, but the global economy as a whole. While it affects the richest of countries, what is not yet realized is that global warming will affect poorer countries more than anyone. Third world countries and other undeveloped countries already struggle so much that natural disasters such as hurricanes, earthquakes, and more cause unimaginable destruction that takes years to bounce back from. The research, published in Environmental and Resource Economics, warns that the world's 100 poorest countries will be 5% worse off by the end of the century than they would have been without climate change, wiping trillions of dollars from the global economy every year. Poorer countries are likely to see their economic growth slowed by climate change because they have a much larger share of their GDP in the agricultural sector, have an industry featuring much more outdoor work, and with lower capacity to adapt to rising temperature. One of the major contributors to the climate change is the release of greenhouse gas emissions. The fourth National Climate Assessment, published in 2018, warned that if we do not curb greenhouse gas emissions and start to adapt, climate change can seriously disrupt the U.S. economy. Warmer temperatures, sea level rising, and extreme weather will damage property and critical infrastructure, impact human health and productivity, and negatively affect sectors such as agriculture, forestry, fisheries, and tourism. In 2017, Texas's estimated loss from Hurricane Harvey was around $125 billion. Hurricane Sandy caused about $71 billion of damages in 2012, and while it's not yet possible to directly link climate change to hurricanes, warmer temperatures and higher sea levels are known to enhance their intensity and destructiveness. We are already seeing the economic impact of the changing climate, and according to Morgan Stanley, climate disasters have cost North America $415 billion in the last 3 years, much of that due to wildfires and hurricanes.
Hi guys, I'm Kylie and I'm the Secretary for Public Health for Germany, and today I have Zach Lynn here and Sam Lister here to interview. And my question to them is, how does climate change affect human health? Here you go, Zach.
Thank you. So I believe climate change can have a range of impacts on physical, mental, and community health. A warmer climate is expected to increase the risk of illness and death from extreme heat and poor air quality.
All right, Sam.
Thanks for having me today.
No problem.
Additionally, climate change will likely increase the frequency and strength of extreme events such as floods, droughts, and storms that threaten human health and society. Also, climate changes explore more people to diseases. Some groups of people are especially vulnerable to health impacts.
Thank you guys so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Gianna Jacoby, and I'm here with the founder and president of FGCU Waves of Awareness, Brittany Priebus. So I'm here to talk to you today about how you feel about climate change. Like, do you feel it's a serious problem, and how and why is it affecting our Earth?
Climate change is definitely a serious problem in today's day and age, especially because it's just, I feel like it's not addressed enough, especially with like environmental policy and government regulations. I feel like we need to have more of a focus on it and take it into, you know, more of it to heart because it really will affect generations to come.
So since your specialty is marine life, like how is climate change affecting marine life today?
So how climate change is affected like within ocean ecosystems is that our industrial emissions and carbon dioxide emissions all enter marine ecosystems and it creates carbonic acid, which causes ocean temperatures to rise. And so from the foundation of the ocean, it affects coral. Coral bleaching is caused by carbonic acid and CO2 emissions. And once you affect the foundation of an ecosystem, it just affects trophic level after trophic level after trophic level until the entire ecosystem in itself is messed up. And things like that, like once you impact a marine ecosystem, it impacts terrestrial ecosystems, it impacts people, impacts everything that we know today. So I feel like if we don't address it soon, it's gonna mess a lot up.
Thank you so much for your input. Brittany Priebus, everyone,
Thanks.
FGCU Ways of Awareness Club owner.
I'm Joey. I am the Secretary of Transportation and Urbanization for the country of Germany. And here I have my interviewee, Matthew. Come take a seat. Hello, Matthew.
Hey Joey,
How you doing today?
great.
What is your view on climate change, and how do you think transportation is affecting climate change?
Well, I think that transportation in general, just like cars, airplanes, and trains, is really affecting us because everything, like motorized vehicles, all emit carbon monoxide, and it's really harmful for us as humans and just for our environment in general.
I agree with you. And did you know about 15% of the man-made carbon dioxide comes from cars, trucks, airplanes, ships, and other vehicles?
I did not know that.
And in Germany, the Climate Action Plan was announced at the Paris Climate Summit as a framework for how Germany was to reach its goal of cutting greenhouse gas emissions by 80% to 95% by 2050.
Nice to know.